Hello, my name is Tim McCracken, founder of Crypto Academy World. And in today's workshop, we're going to discuss the three key ingredients for cryptocurrency success. Now, as you've all come from LinkedIn, if you check your mailbox, you'll see that you have a copy of my journey from crypto skeptic to crypto master. What I'd like to do now is take you on a more personal and intimate detail of that journey. I first started out as a tradie, and as a tradie, we got taught very quickly, measure twice, cut once, mistakes cost, make a mistake, it's on you. When I went to university and completed my research degree, everything had to be referenced, footnoted, backing up exactly everything that we said. When I did my postgraduate evaluation and property development, everything had to be verified and validated, comparables, reasoning behind the conclusions that we came to. And as I went through and did finance and real estate certifications as well, continuing on through to operate under an Australian financial service license, being RG146, when trading on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange with educating in futures. What that meant is under an AFSL license, an RG146, you cannot MSU, i.e. you cannot make stuff up. It has to be real, it has to be verified, it has to be validated. What that means for you when you come into the academy is that you know those principles that I've learned perhaps in my life, I've applied here, likewise with my team, and that everything is verified, validated, and backed up. So moving forward, as I said, with my team, we have our concierges, Devin, Adam, and Luke, who operate under the same principles. Everything has to be verified and validated. They don't make stuff up. What that means for you, it gives you confidence and peace of mind moving forward. Most importantly, we develop and operate under a doctrine of social proof. What this means, first of all, does this work? 2, can you do this? 3, can you make money? Can you follow a system that is tried, tested, and proven? Can you control your emotions? Can you be consistent in applying the process? Now, we know the answer to the first one. Today, I'm going to take you through and you'll be able to answer the second one for yourself. And then you, in your own mind, can make the conclusion for number 3. Can you make money? What I'm going to do now is touch on what we touched on our last workshop, fear and FUD. Fear, false evidence appearing real. Now, as a researcher, especially with what we're doing in historical research, there were always two sides to the story, a bit like the American presidential elections at the moment. And you have to get to the bottom of it to find the truth. In crypto, there's a thing called FUD, big spread, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Again, a lot of it is unverified and unvalidated. You must go through and make up your own mind. So where does all this come from? I call it the echo chamber. That's right, YouTube. When I first started out in crypto, I went straight to YouTube and I got horribly confused because there were so many conflicting stories by the same people, often within days. 1 minute, don't do this. Next minute, it's bullish or very condescending. I told you so. And then you've got clowns, like the crypto clown, as we see here. And then you've got the crypto shillers. Now, these guys are heavily sponsored. They're paid spruikers. They're highly emotive and exaggerated because you are the product. They want you to click like and subscribe. That's how they make their money, and then selling you, the audience, to their sponsors for advertising. However, in YouTube, there are genuine people who are actually out there doing it. People with like their own hedge funds, Rayo Powell, ex-Goldman Sachs, Michael Saylor, an epic juggernaut with Bitcoin. And then there's Kathy Wood, a Wall Street veteran who's got her own hedge fund and ARK Financial Invest. What we're going to do now is we're going to look at emotions and market cycles. Now, this does not just apply to cryptocurrency, it applies to all markets. Everyone's heard it, buy low, sell high. Yet people can't. Everyone buys at the maximum point of financial risk because they get caught up in the thrill and the excitement. And then they go into anxiety, fear, depression, panic, capitulate, sell. And then those who are smart come in at the point of maximum financial opportunity. Now, We've seen this happening in the market recently. We've been in a ranging channel now for nearly 7 months. There's been so much capitulation, despondency, and depression, and people have been dropping their bags, only to be picked up by the professionals. So let's look at some of these stories. Michael Saylor has spent over $2 billion with MicroStrategies in the last 3 months. Now, here's a very interesting fact. Everyone's heard of Avida. If you look at here, Microsoft has surpassed it. It is the largest outperforming company on the S&P 500 since adopting Bitcoin. And then, of course, there's Larry Fink from BlackRock. 5 years ago, he said, I was wrong. I now believe Bitcoin is legitimate. So how does this look today? Let's have a look at this here. Here are the largest wallets of Bitcoin in the world. Now, Satoshi, no one knows. It's exchanges, Coinbase, Binance. And then we've got BlackRock and Michael Saylor, MicroStrategies. BlackRock has now emerged to be the third largest wallet, starting from zero in 7 months. Look at what they've accumulated. And they'll be buying at the bottom, at the maximum point of financial opportunity. So before we look at the 3 key reasons for success, let's look at the 3 reasons why people fail. First of all, reason 1, often no education. Whatever research they have has been tainted, or they go into the DIY learning cycle where they can't verify and validate, and they get confused because there's so much FUD around. Herd mentality, sponsored research by the researchers and the YouTubers. They are paid what to say by their sponsors. And the inability to verify and validate information of whether it's fair and FUD. Reason number 2, they have no systems and processes. Why? Because they're out there chasing the next big thing. They're gambling. Reason 3, it's a killer, emotion. Now, emotion is actually energy in motion. So if you're making financial decisions under duress, peer pressure, or life traumas, divorce, loss of jobs, the outcome is often fatal. So let's look at our unique system and processes that we've developed over the last 3.5 years. First of all, we have our research investment model, where we look for coins of value currently in existence. Then we look for new emerging markets with opportunity. And as you can see here, each opportunity and value has 5 steps that must pass through. The first of all being utility. If it has no utility, it fails. Then we look at network effects or proposed effects in the network effects. How is it going to change the future? If it doesn't pass that, it fails. And we keep continuing the process all the way up until it passes the 5 steps. Then it goes into our proprietary research internally, where it must score on our checklist over 72%. Should that be the case, it then goes forward to be rated under our rating system, whereby we rate each category out of 10 to give an overall category rating. If it scores less than 6.5, even though it's been through the investment model, even though it's passed the 72% test, we will reject it. What that means for you, with everything that we recommend has been through a system and a process. All you need to do is look at the final overall rating to make your selection and decision and move forward from there. And then the crown of our jewel, we've developed over the last 18 months, testing and measuring. This is our crypto traffic light signal. What this does is presents to you in very simplistic terms 5 colors: green, overly sold; blue, trending down; yellow, channeling; violet, trending up; and red, overly bought. So here is the zone of being overly sold. You don't buy up here where it's been overly bought, yet so many people do because of all the FUD and the FOMO and everything they feel and experience through YouTube channels and other sources. They buy here, they panic, they capitulate, the market comes back, and they get wrecked, quite often wiping out 78% of their capital. So we're down here. We buy in the green and the blue. So no matter what the asset is, property, shares, or crypto, if you're consistently buying assets that have been overly sold at very good value and prices, there can only be one outcome. So what does this mean for you? When you take this, our investment model, and that, our research system, and then add this, our traffic light system, this is what you end up getting presented to you. Very clear, very simple, easy to understand, and easy to do crypto signals. So all you do is you log on once a week or whenever you want to, and you can go through and you buy the greens and the blues. Now, the coins here will also have their CAW rating that's been through the system and the rating system, as you can see here, so you can make your selections. And then we have the potentiality multiplier, what we perceive that coin could do by the end of November 2025, 2x, 3x, 3x, 4x, 5x. Now, what happens is when prices double, the potentiality also must reduce. For example, if you bought something for $1 with a potentiality of 4 and it goes to $2, then the value has doubled, so the potentiality decreases by 50%. So these figures are always being continually updated. What this means for you, you can rely upon this. You know the system. It is so simple, in fact, you don't even need to know the coin. You can actually make your decisions just purely based on that. However, you'll have all the research of that coin rated for you to make your decision what we add on to your tracking system. So I said 3 reasons why. I'm actually going to give you 6. First of all, we have been achieving outstanding results, and there's a reason for that. The first of all is we're 100% independent. What that means, we're not sponsored, we're not commissioned, we're not shilling. In fact, in real estate terms, we're like a buyer's agent. We act in your best interest. What that means for you is you know that everything that we present to you has been through systems and processes and is not being swayed by third parties trying to steer you in a certain direction. We're objective. We have, as you've seen, systems and processes that we follow. All of our research is rated. And most importantly, the traffic light signals. As we were saying here, buy overly sold trending down assets, not when they've been overly bought. And if you follow that, there can only be one outcome. Most importantly, there is no emotion. There's no FOMO. Everything is mathematical. Everything is done off Chartworks. Everything is being bought when it's been overly sold and trending down. So you're not going to fall into that trap of FOMOing in here, as you see, with all the hype and buying something that's been overly bought to be pulled back and wrecked. What that means for you, it gives you peace of mind moving forward that you're on the right track. So let's look at creating income with our crypto signals here, and I'll be inviting you to come and join me in an appointment in Zoom on our back end. We'll actually take you through and show you these results to verify and to validate. As we started here with $10,000, that doubled in 11 weeks. We started almost a year ago. Now that 10,000 was taken out. That meant is that the new balances here is 100% profit. And then we dollar cost in average every week, $100, $400, $400, $400, $400, $400. Now, as you can see, it's been very brutal in the past. Look at some of these drawdowns, nearly up to 60% in a month. But what we'll be able to prove and verify and validate to you that you can consistently withdraw from your profit $2,400 a month. So take out the $400, it's $2,000 up to $2,000 per 10,000. So if you wanted to have a higher income, you add more capital. What that means, for example, $30,000 would give you an income of $6,000 per month. As you can see here, very, very consistent. The lowest drawdown that we saw was in here. We got the original profit of 13s and 14,000s drew down to only 8 and 9. whereas everyone else got 80 to 90% drawdowns. The reason why? The crypto signals, buying the green and buying the blue. Does that make sense? Once again, this is where we buy. You log on, you see the colors, you make your choice, and your dollar cost average every week. Make sense? Now, let's go back and revisit the doctrine of social proof. Okay, question. Ask yourself, could you follow our systems and processes that are tried, tested, and proven? Some people just can't, and that's okay. Then maybe this isn't for you. Can you control your emotions? Very, very important. Can you sit there and be calm when everyone's losing their head? Go to the traffic light system. Just because it's all green and saying all buy and everyone's saying the world is over, in fact, it's the greatest opportunity you can have. And you must be consistent with that buying pattern. You must apply the process every week. Consistency is the key. So if you see something running up, you don't go aping and you don't boost your budget from 100 to 500, or likewise, when it's pulling back and it's all going green saying buy, you don't stop and freeze because everyone's scared, being chicken little, the world's going to end. Consistently applying the same amount every week builds your bags, right? What that means, when you draw down that 400 to rewash again, you're leaving a significant amount of crypto behind. The effect of that, it compounds over time. It's that compounding factor that insulates you from those drawdowns. And over 12 months, you'll build up a significant amount of equity as well as having an income. How about that? Do you think you could do that? Do you think this is something that you'd like to explore further? Crypto Academy World is the only true academy that gives a 12-month performance assurance because we back our research. And this is how it works. And this has been taken from actual data showing the highs and lows of cryptocurrency. What this means is that, for example, if you get a 1x performance assurance and you start with an account of, say, $25,000, we will take that account to $50,000 or more over this 12-month period. Now, timing of when you enter the market is very important. For example, at the moment, to bring it relatively, we're here. We're moving to some hope, into an upwardly swinging cycle. Now, if the market pulls back and is quiet for 1, 2, or 3 months, we then add those 3 months onto the 12 months, so your assurance becomes 15 months. Alternatively, once we've hit the target, whether it be here or here or here, we've fulfilled our obligation. It doesn't mean you have to sue. It just means we've honored what we've promised you. But here's the good news. All the surplus bonuses, if it does more than 1x, 2x, 3x, 5x, that's 100% yours. We don't charge any commissions and we don't ask for any profit share. As I said, we're a one-off fee for service. Does that make sense? Now I'm going to introduce the tracking system that we set up for you. And this is it here. So we'll present to you a whole range of choices of what we call anchor coins or growth coins for you to select based on our investment model here and our rating system. You make the selection. We don't tell you what to do. You do what you feel comfortable with. If you just want to have all anchor, that's fine. But we do recommend not going all growth, okay? There's a reason for that, because your anchor coins are the hedge against volatility and fluctuations in the green. As you can see, we have the crypto signals here, the colors. Now, we'll start out with a budget. And again, you just don't go aping all in as soon as you get your money. You sit down and look at where the cycle is. So you might come on board and we might be trending up. We might wait till it turns around and start trending down. You might have a budget here of, say, 25,000. And then over the time, you're making your weekly contributions and adding capital when the time is right. So you always keep some in reserve. You've started off with, say, $10,000. You've got $15,000 to go. And as you build up and add over time, that will grow significantly. So here, 19,670 of that has been deployed. There is still more capital to be deployed if there is a significant pullback. Alternatively, you're still doing your weekly contributions. Now, as I said, all these coins are rated. You'll be able to select which ones you want. We have the multiplier down here. We then work out the average overall multiplier, which gives the potentiality of what we're aiming for. the goal for you by November 2025. So here, $25,000 budget. You have your 1x performance assurance. We're going to take you to 50. However, we're aiming for a multiplier of 6, 25,000 into 110. Now, does that mean you'll achieve the 110? You may or may not. It could be less, it could be more. However, you have the peace of mind knowing that your 25 is assured to 50, and whatever above that is 100% yours. Does that make sense? Once we've achieved the performance assurance, this will turn red that we've achieved it. And I said, all that money is yours to do with what you want. Now I'm going to discuss our introductory program. Crypto 101. Crypto 101, you get the introductory 101 tracking system, as we've just gone over here, and it's updated by you by logging in to seeing where the crypto signals are. You may or may not want to color the board. However, it's a good idea if you're deploying a larger amount of capital in the journey to see exactly where you are. You'll get 12 months of 15 easy to do signals. You'll get 12 months live crypto room. But most importantly, you'll get the 12-month performance assurance up to a maximum of $50,000. And finally, to support you along the way, you'll be allocated your own personal concierge. We'll be there with you. We don't have bots. What it is, you actually talk to real people. You can make an appointment, text them, message them on WhatsApp, or sit down and book in a session with them or me to help you in your decision-making along the way. Do you like the sound of that? Very good support. Now, the cost of all of this for 12 months is only $3,992 Australian. How good is that? We also have in Australia capital available up to 30,000, in New Zealand up to 20,000. Now we do have some people from America joining us today. We are now moving into America. We will make arrangements with some facilities for you so you can access capital there as well. What that means is that if you want to get started, you might have the $3,992, but only have, say, $5,000 sitting in the bank account. We can help you facilitate up to $30,000 in Australia or 20,000 New Zealand. Please bear in mind term conditions compliant. So just wrapping up, what we're going to do is something for you. We sat down with the team and discussed this. We would like you to join me on a tour to come and verify and validate and see all this for yourself. So what we're going to do for those people watching today is we're going to have a very special introductory offer for our new program. We're going to reduce the price from $3,992 to $2,494. This is a significant reduction of over $1,500. Now, this is a limited allocation and is only available for those who book a tour to come through and have a look at the back end. We do that by Zoom. I would recommend a minimum 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes. Q&A, it could go for an hour. So book that into your schedule. Now, when you go on the tour, if you like what you see and you want to go ahead, you may or may not be in the position to move forward with 294. So what we're going to do for you is that you can secure an allocation with only a $494 deposit, which you can pay by credit card or bank transfer. We don't pressure you to make a decision on the day. As I said, we're a crypto academy. We're not crypto marketing. We're not also going to push you into higher programs for higher dollar values because we do have other programs. These are our next level programs. Some of you might already be in crypto, or some of them might want to go to the next level. So our foundation program has a 1x performance assurance up to $100,000 USD. Our income, 2x, crypto mastery, 3x, and hedge fund, 5x. The reason why it's 5x is the 3 and the 2 equals 5. They're separate dashboards. We add them together. Now, here is a caveat on that 5x. This is only in the first A leg on the way up. There will come a stage whereby prices have probably doubled or tripled, whereby this will be renewed, and anyone coming in the future, maybe around, say, February next year, that's when we're expecting the A leg, is that you won't be getting the same assurance. The reason why we can give these assurances now, because we achieved 9.8 in the last cycle. We know where we're going and we know what we're doing, provided you can follow the system. That gives us the confidence to give these assurances with you to move forward and be successful. So wrapping everything up, that's everything for today. I hope you've got some good value. We'd love to meet with you and take you through on a tour. So the next step is if you want to do a deep dive and book a tour to go through to verify and validate everything I've presented to you today, contact me on LinkedIn, give me a call, or if you're overseas, contact me on WhatsApp, and we'll book a time and we'll go from there. So my name is Tim McCracken. Thank you for your time today. I'm looking forward to meeting with you and my team and in taking you on the journey of cryptocurrency with Crypto Academy World. Thank you for your time. Goodbye.